Welcome back. We've just wrapped up our first best of 5. Dark managed to defeat TY in a very close series. Dark really showing the sheer strength of Zerg in late game ZVT. He really knows how to play that from start to finish.
Yeah, he's a bit of a badass. That looked very, very strong. I think he's probably favored just straight up to take the tournament.
Seems like it, isn't it? Coming up next, we've got King vs. Trap, but first a quick interview.
Hello everyone, before we get into the second match of tonight, we will be having an interview with the two players. And Keen, who's made it to a round of 8 in 8 years. And Trap, who's gaining his career high every time. Okay, let's have an interview with those players. Hello Keen, hello Trap.
먼저 황규석 선수입니다.
Okay, Keen, you first.
여기까지 오기가 정말 힘들었습니다.
And Keen, it was an arduous run for you to come all the way here.
무려 12시까지 9세트의 장기전 끝에
And then you were playing 9 sets the other day in order to come to the round of 8. How do you feel? Well, it definitely was very arduous. But you know, the round of 8, I want to really win.
오랜만에 GSL 다전제 준비였을 텐데.
And that must have been a very hard best of 5 series. It wasn't really that hard. I've experienced it often.
문제는 없었다 이야기를
So you're saying
하셨는데요.
there's no problem.
이번에는 조성호 선수입니다.
Okay, Trap.
올해 오프라인 테란전 12승 2패의
The offline record for you right now in the PVT match is currently 12 wins, 2 losses. How confident are you right now? I feel like I've definitely got the hang of the PVT matchup, and I've been playing a lot of parents these days, and my performance has been really good. So as long as the game plays out well, I think I can win.
굉장히 궁금한데요. 사실 상대가 패치가 있었기 때문에 뭐 이전의 태프전과는 좀 다를 거라 좀 자신감을 보이기도 했는데 좀 두렵진 않으세요?
Are you terrified of him?
황규석 선수의 준비.
테란전 연습은 예전부터 오래 돼 있어가지고
My PVT preparation has been done a long time before, so I'm well set.
어떻게 하셨나요?
How did you prepare?
팀원 테란들도 있고.
Well, I have some Terran members in the junior squad, so I've scrimmed against them. And apparently innovation helped him. And Keen, did you get any help from the other players? Well, I did scrim against the players that were in my team a long time ago. I think I've prepared really well. And we'll see who comes out on top. And these two players really put a lot of effort in the recent GSL. So Keen, you'll be going to the military soon. So I guess you're really desperate for this win. Any words of determination? Well, my military date is really coming close, so I'm going to try my best. And today I will play without regrets.
네, 배수진을 치겠다는 말로 들리는데요. 자, 이번에는 조성호 선수 딱 GSL 우승만 남았기에 여기서 물러설 생각은 절대 없을 것 같습니다. 마지막으로 각오 들려주시죠.
And any words of determination from you?
이런 상위 라운드에 올라오는 게
this year,
당연한 선수가 되고
I've been coming to these round of 4 and the semifinals, so it feels really good.
오늘은 저만 재밌는 게임
But today, I'll put on a performance that really satisfies me.
늘 32강, 16강에서 좌절하다가 올해 노력의 결실을
You always
본
slipped
선수입니다.
in the round 32 and the round 16, but you made it here, Keen.
펼친 적이 없는데요. 과연 그
And these two
승자는
players
누구일까요?
have been playing really well these days. Let's see who comes out on top.
Hell yeah, let's do just that.
Yeah. This is a very interesting one, okay? Trap, I mean, we already know so much about Trap. He's so strong, he was underrated for a long time. He has been playing better and better and better. He's on Jin Air. He's favored against almost everyone in the world at almost all times. Just a super strong contender to get far in any tournament. Keen, on the other hand. First off, I know I was joking about shoutouts, but a shout out to Kochanfe, who sends me detailed statistics sometimes about various players that he knows I'm interested in, such as Keen, who I've been kind of a fan of for quite some time. But here's some stats for you about Keen and why you should be emotionally invested in this match. First off, he's been playing forever, since the beginning of StarCraft 2.
He's been with our show the entire time.
Yeah. So, okay, so think about this. for anyone watching, and this is just an open question for you to think about. So Keen has been playing StarCraft 2 hard for at least 9 years. Have you been doing anything hard for at least 9 years? Okay, so not just that, but he's tied for 5th most code S's. Okay.
Oh, is it 5th now? I thought he was 6th.
He's tied for 5th right now, I believe. So it's him, Sue,
crazy.
Innovation, Losira all have been to 18 code S's, and then above him are only Lenok, Parting, Maru, and Gumiho. Okay, so that is elite company that you're within. Now here's the thing: that whole list of people that are tied with him or above him, almost all of them have championships. All of them have been to at least the finals. Even Losira and Lenok have been to the finals.
People forget that as well.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, even though they don't perform as well now, they were killers. They were totally dominant at a different point in time in the 9-year span that we've been doing GSL.
Whereas, on the other hand, Keen is sitting here. It's been 8 years since he's been in the round of 8. He's only been in the round of 8 twice in 18 tries. So the amount of money he makes playing StarCraft 2, very low. The amount of success playing StarCraft 2, kind of low for how long, right? But he sticks with it, and he continues to show good games. In some seasons, he looks very strong. And I feel like that's something very admirable. Okay, it's very easy to keep playing, I think, when you're Cyril and you win every tournament in the world and you're going to become a millionaire at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
But for Keen, this is a guy that has, for, like, how good he's kind of been and how long he's been around, he's underperformed compared to his peers, at least.
And I love the story of the player that keeps playing for years, in this case, almost a decade, and he's finally gotten to that next step. Of course, the question is, can he keep the ball rolling? I certainly don't think nerves are going to be a factor here for Keen. But to go up against Trap, who is ranked 3 in WCS points.
Yeah.
Maybe 4, I can't remember, 3 or 4. But
3.
And he's going up against a player who's just very good, very robust, knows how to play the matchup in every which way. Let's see. It's a best of 5 finally for Keen. Can he take on Trap? Well, we're going to find out now. Map 1 is on Cyberforest. $4,001.
Ew, they destroyed my beautiful number.
No.
Africa S2, Keen.
By the way, guys, that's matches.
Matches.
Not even games.
Yeah. Keen's been around since that was a tiny number.
Jin Air Green Wings, Trap.
Yeah, man. It's kind of funny, actually, right? We had the original group of StarCraft 2 pros, which included Keen and some other players. Then the Kespa team switched over, and there was a question in some people's minds, not in your or my minds, about whether or not the Kespa pros would come to dominate.
Right.
They most certainly did. In fact, I recall there was one season where the only non-Kespa pro that made it into GSL, like all the best pros went into Kespa teams like Maru and stuff. The best non-Kespa pros joined the teams. And then the only true non-Kespa pro in one season was DRG, which was like this really fun thing, right? He was like the last holdout of the old guard. But over time, things change and skill levels change. Some people retire, new pros came. But Keen has always kind of been around. And yeah, I don't know. It's this. I have a lot of respect for it, Tasteless. I think because I see myself in Keen somewhat as someone who just won't quit. I just
totally
keep playing, and he keeps playing. And
so
it's
many
like,
people, especially in gaming, just give up.
Yeah.
Or you'll see this especially on online forums, is people trying to convince themselves or other people to not invest time in a game because it's like too late.
Yeah.
Or
it's too hard.
It's too
or you
hard,
don't have the talent, or whatever it might be.
And first of all, that's a kind of weird, depressing, self-defeatist attitude in of itself. But someone like Keen is just here. He loves the game. He keeps trying. He's been showing up, and he's now here in the round of 8. And I think that's really worth celebrating.
It's super respectable. Hats off to Keen. I hope that he delivers tonight. I mean, now that would be a story if he were to win or something, right? Let's not forget, Gumiho was the same person as Keen almost until he won his GSL.
This is very important to point out. It was only a few years ago that Gumiho was another Terran.
It was 2 years ago, right? 2 years?
2.5? I think.
Maybe.
But he was always, my God, it's just not going to see that.
Well, it sees an SCV sitting there.
See if he connects the
I
dots.
think Trap will connect the dots. But we'll see about that. Anyways,
that's where you got to immediately start a star port and then cancel it.
oh my God, I guess he
doesn't see it.
He has no idea. But yeah, you know, who knows? Who knows? Let's see what Keen has here. We see that he's prepared a very odd strategy. Look at this. I mean, whoa! He actually jukes it. That's really. I mean, this situation so far, he saves that. Plus, he's going to get a couple Hellions out. So. Right now, Trap completely unaware of what's going on.
I wonder if he's got this timed out perfectly so that he'll have another Hellion so the Oracle's not going to be there.
Yeah,
You're always a little bit worried once you're hiding something in their base because you know the moment it's found, they can react.
If the Oracle's halfway across the map and he goes in, he's going to be in really good shape. Look at how many he's making. This is ballsy as hell. Because if this gets scouted, man, like the Oracle flies over it or something, you're so screwed. Waiting for 3, it's like there's a possibility of 0 damage and there's a possibility of a lot of damage.
He hasn't sent the Oracle out yet. He's waiting for the second Oracle to come.
3 Hellions. Uh-oh, okay, 2 Oracles in the main.
Okay, he immediately is going to turn these on. And, well, it doesn't pay for itself. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
Only 4 probe kills.
You know, 4 is, you know, it doesn't pay for itself. That's certainly true. It wasn't completely terrible, right? 0 probes, you're like, oh God. But it's also keeping the Oracles back, so that's damage not happening to him. That's buying him plenty of time to get turrets up.
Correct.
He knows that this is going to be a 3 Oracle attack. It generally is nowadays, but he's like 100% sure of it, so we will see turrets go up, I would imagine.
But
yeah, okay, there you go, turret.
I think this also means Trap can comfortably take a 3rd and tech up.
Yes, definitely.
And the Oracles can be used to tag medevacs, to defend.
Yeah.
To tag Widow Mines. It's so, although Trap's build is now being pushed into a different direction, I still like this position for him more. Head, he waited, and I think, frankly, for Keen, he probably should have been prepared to move in when the 3rd Oracle would have been out and across the map, maybe even get 4 Hellions here. I think that's the moment you want to attack in.
You think you time it out for a 3 Oracle move out?
Well, I mean, if it's not spotted, the more Hellions you have in their main, the better.
Did he know that it was Stargate? Did the Reaper see that?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's...
I don't know, but...
Because that could be an interesting piece of it. Like, if you see the Stargate, maybe you can time it. If you don't, you got to be careful, because eventually they're going to put a pylon on the edge of the base, that type of thing. At the end of the day, I think it comes down a little bit to... a little bit of randomness, a little bit of luck there based on what your opponent's doing. Oops. I like how he just kind of has a factory on the side of the map making Widow Mines.
Yeah, unfortunately, this factory has not done really anything. 5 gates are coming down, Zealot legs, as well as the armor upgrade.
Some nice tagging. I believe he has like 4 Oracles right now, which is pretty crazy. A lot of great upgrades, as you said.
They're great for defending here.
Yeah, just tagging. I mean, even their damage output is really reasonable.
Yeah, you can just spray down all these Marines.
What do you think about this? 3 Marines. Huh.
I don't know. Maybe Keen's a little bit wiggly.
It seems like it did fine, and he's going to get out with the rest of it, right?
Well, is he going to get away?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I guess the Trap wasn't immediate in trying to stop the medevac.
Yeah.
So we've got all those gateways done. The Templar Archives is on the way. And we're going to have another drop. It's coming here towards the southern part of the map. Trap is much more interested in just trying to build up. We have a 3rd command center being made. There it is, another tagging of that. We are going to have a later 3rd base here from Keen. I don't know if we're going to have a push, but Keen's 3rd base is considerably later than Trap's.
That's definitely true. Okay, so with this medevac in there, he doesn't make a move with the other one. Doesn't really get that much damage done. I guess it's tagged, so really you can't. Yeah, I feel like we're getting into a situation where Keen is going to have to turtle for a little bit. The army's going to be a bit too strong for Trap right now. And look at that composition too. 4 Phoenixes, 3 Oracles right now flying around as a group.
Well, it certainly makes it harder to drop.
Yeah.
Or really get away with anything. And basically, every time you send medevacs out, like we're seeing right now, you are at risk.
Yeah, you're gambling with this a little bit. Like, if you keep lots of pressure in other areas, maybe you can kind of figure out where the flying units are. But if your double medevac drop, for instance, gets caught, You are in so much trouble, mister.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
The army's
yeah.
gonna go in between this. What? Oh, SCV's pulled. No, I'm sorry. He's expanded. I got excited. Oh, it's a special time attack. So
that's exactly what you were like.
Yeah. No, it's like you just see the armies moving around. You see SCVs coming. You're like, here we go, guys.
Yeah.
So the Protoss army is actually not going to be attacked in here.
Whoa.
That's some value right there.
Yeah, that was a good Widowmine.
So Protoss taking a 4th, Terran on a 3rd. The air army's still roaming. Army's still tagged here.
You know,
can you just attack him as trap here?
I think it's dangerous. Yeah, I think it's a little bit dangerous to attack him
just
right now,
up,
but he doesn't really have